As our theme 2 has started, so in this theme 2, we'll go through the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? Okay, so I'll just keep the slides 1 second. So, children, if we see this, why do we fall ill? Actually, what? So here, what is health actually? Health is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. Health is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. So you are called healthy. When you're called healthy, when your physical, mental, and social well-being is fit. You are physically fit, you're mentally fit, and you're socially, your well-being is fit. So now you'll be asking, ma'am, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of physically being fit? What is the meaning of mentally being fit and socially? So for physically being fit is physically, if you're suffering from fever, for example, if you're suffering from fever, then what happens? Do you feel good? If a party is going on at your house, are you able to enjoy that party? No, you can't, isn't it? You can't be able to enjoy as much happier. Like when you are healthy, you can be able to enjoy it more happily. You can enjoy it with everyone. Now if you're feeling ill, if you're suffering from cold, cough, or fever, then can you be able to be happy with everyone? No. So you must be physically, you must be healthy, and mentally also you must be very healthy. For that you have to take a nutritious diet to be healthy. If you can see around your surroundings, some children, they are not fit mentally, they are not fit, they'll be somewhat abnormal. So you must be mentally, you must be very strong. You have to uh, it doesn't mean that someone is abnormal then he'll be mentally, he's not fit. It doesn't mean that. Mentally, if you are prepared for something, if you're going to write some test, if you are prepared, fully prepared, then you're mentally very stable, mentally fixed that yes, I'm going to appear this exam, I'm going to get good marks in this. So you must be mentally very healthy and fit. And now you've understood about the physical and mental health. And now coming to social well-being. In coming to social well-being, what is meant by the socially being fit? If socially, if you just go out and you just quarrel with your neighbors, you just find faults with everyone, then how you can be fit, how you can mingle with everyone socially, how you can be healthy with everyone? You can't. If you just find faults with everyone, if you can't stay happily with your neighbors, if you can't just go and talk friendly with your neighbors, if you can't adjust with anyone, you just, if your mind is negative, mind is thinking negative, always your mind will be thinking negative, then you can't see any positive things around you. You cannot even mingle with your surroundings. Socially you can't feel healthy. So to be healthy doesn't mean that you are healthy with your physically you're healthy. Health is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. You must be fit with these three. Physically you must be fit, mentally you must be very strong, and even socially well-being you must be very healthy. So this means that this is the actual meaning of health. Now if you, as well as we say that wealth is lost, something is lost, uh, wealth is lost, something is lost, and if health is lost, then everything is lost. Here, 1 second. So here health is missing here, children. So if you have wealth in the sense, if you have a well-built house, and if you have car, 2 or 3 cars, and if you have so much of money with you, you are very wealthy. And if you are not healthy, you have so much of wealth, but you're suffering from any ailment, you're suffering from any disease, like some diseases like diabetes or hypertension, if you're suffering from that, then can you be happy with that wealth? No, you cannot be happy with that wealth. What happens if you're healthy? Then you can enjoy your wealth, isn't it? You can enjoy your wealth. How much wealth you have, you can go and spend your wealth. You can even just give that wealth to the people who are in need of that, of the money. You can even give them. But if your health is not fine, then how you can be able to enjoy this wealth? You cannot. Are you able to hear me properly, children? Yes. Are you able to hear me? Is my voice audible and clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you able to understand this topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. You all just mute yourselves. I will not mute you. So that if you have any doubts, you can even ask me. And at the last 10 minutes, I'll give you the chance to ask me any doubts. Okay. So here we were discussing about the health. So health, here, if you are wealthy enough, and if your health is not stable, then you cannot enjoy your wealth properly. So that's why the great saying is there that wealth is lost. I'll just, one second, I'll just correct it and then I'll keep it. One second. Wealth is not lost, something is lost. And health is lost, everything is lost. Okay. So is this clear now to you about this, how health is important to us? So here further we'll discuss why do we fall ill? What are the reasons behind it? What is the reason for the failure of our health? There might be so many reasons for that. And even if we discuss about the social well-being, socially, if we see the point of, from the social point of view, if we see why do we fall ill socially, if in our surroundings there is so much of garbage laying down here and there, so there might be proper maintenance of this lifting up of the garbage. So there must be cleanliness in our surroundings. Okay, then we'll be fit and healthy. Okay. And children, we all do exercise, isn't it? We all do yoga and exercise. So for what we do these exercises? To keep ourselves, to keep our body healthy. If we are healthy, we are not prone to diseases. Okay. There are so many diseases spread out in these communities, human communities. So there are so many complex issues, so many complex diseases which are spread. So there are so many diseases which are caused due to mosquito bites. So what prevention we are taking? I mean, the municipal people, what they do is they just spray the mosquito repellents. I mean, they spray all the they spray the DDT and to avoid these mosquitoes to spread the diseases. They kill the mosquitoes. So even in your houses, you just keep the mesh doors and windows, isn't it? To avoid these mosquitoes to get inside your house. So you take preventive measures and you'll be more cautious about your health. So these we have already discussed in our previous lessons about the diseases. The diseases usually they are communicable and non-communicable diseases. And even we have learned already that about the cells, isn't it? Cells, they are the basic unit of the organism. Cells are made up of variety of chemical substances like proteins, carbohydrates, fats, or lipids, and so on, isn't it? Cells are made up of the substances like proteins, carbohydrates, fats, or lipids. So cell plays a very important role in the building up of a human complex body and even carrying out complex reactions. And even cell can repair itself. A cell can repair itself because there are so many cell organelles which are carrying out these functions. And if you see the heart, if you see inside yourself, there are so many organs in our body, isn't it? Like heart, lungs, kidney. So what are these? What are the functions of this heart? Can anyone just tell me what do heart
Pumping the
do?
blood, ma'am.
Yes,
Pumping
heart pumps the blood.
blood.
And what does the brain do?
It give information.
Only information. It gives only information. When I ask you any question, then what you do? You'll think, isn't it? You think.
Yeah.
You try to give me the answer by thinking. You think for a while. That what is the answer? What ma'am asked the question? What is the answer for that? So you think. So brain is thinking. And what do the lungs do? What do the lungs do then?
They take oxygen and they release carbon dioxide. Breathing.
Okay. And what is this process known as? Breathing, isn't it? Lungs
Respiration.
are breathing, yes, respiration. Respiration is carrying out through lungs. So each and every organ have a specific function. Like kidneys, what kidneys do? They filter urine. They remove the waste material from our body, isn't it? So each and every organ have a specific function. All these activities are interconnected. For example, if the kidneys are not filtering the urine, what happens to our body? What happens to our body if the kidneys are not filtering the urine? If you are not passing the urine out, if the kidneys are failed, then what happens? The poisonous substances which are there inside our body, they accumulate. They try to accumulate inside. Because there is no way, the kidneys are not functioning properly, so we cannot expel out the harmful poisonous substances out from our body. So each and every organ is very important in our body. Okay, so if the kidneys are not functioning properly, if the urine is not getting out the poisonous substances, then what happens under such conditions? The brain will not be able to think properly, because the brain will be giving the signals to the kidneys to expel out the poisonous substances. So now the kidney is not functioning properly. So what brain will do? Brain will not be able to think properly what to do, because these organs are interconnected. The activities which are going on, they are interconnected. The brain will be confused now. The energy and the raw material which are needed. So for all these things, they are, so the my intention to say this is the organs which are there inside your body, these all are interconnected. If one organ fails to work, if your heart fails to work, if your lungs fails to work, then what happens? You'll be died. Okay, if your lungs are severely infected, if it's unable to treat you, if diabetes is very severe, if your heart is not beating properly, if your heart is stopped, then what happens? You will die. So each and every organ, each and everything each and every organ must be kept healthy. For that, you have to take in healthy diet, isn't it? For lungs to breathe properly in the morning hours, you have to go out, you have to inhale, because there will be no pollution at the morning hours. So you have to try to inhale a lot of oxygen inside your body. So for that, you go out for jogging, isn't it? Or else nowadays, because it's the situation is not good, so what you do, you just go up in your terrace and you just do exercise. Okay, and you just try to inhale a few fresh air. So by doing this, you can keep your organs fit. Okay, So you will be asking for brain what we have to do. For brain, you have to do some exercises. For brain, you have to think a lot. You have to memorize a lot, isn't it? You have to memorize lots and lots of things to keep the brain do its exercise. So that's why you children, you kids, so you can memorize a lot, because this is a stage, and this stage you can remember everything, because you have a lot of memory power. Your brain will be working very fast. So in this state, you can be able to think a lot instead of wasting your time in unnecessary games. In unnecessary games, do not waste your time and try to memorize, try to utilize your memory. Make your brain do a lot of work. Make your brain to do a lot of exercise by memorizing the things. Try to remember everything. Okay, so here, so this was a case of brain. So for lungs, we have discussed, and for kidneys, what you have to do, you have to drink lots and lots of water, because water, what it does is, if you drink a lot of water, it try to flush out all the poisonous substances from the body. Okay, water, if you just drink a lot of water, then kidneys will be functioning properly. And now children, the important thing is, now comes food. Food is a necessity, isn't it? We all try to eat food, but we have to eat nutritious food, isn't it? We have to eat nutritious food in order to be healthy. As we eat the food, even the cells and tissues also need food. Food is a necessity for cell also and for tissues also to function properly. So for that, whatever food which we eat, the energy is being absorbed into the cells. Cells will get the energy and cells will get the enough food as we take in the important nutrients. Okay, the cells and tissues will lead to lack of proper activity of the body. If you do not eat proper food, then they will not function properly. Even in the case of organs, even in the case of cells and tissues also. So if you see a person, if you see a child who is not eating properly, who is malnourished, they'll be very thin, isn't it? They'll be lacking all the muscles, their muscles will shrink, their body will become very pale and lethargic. So this is the case when we will not eat the food properly. We will not eat the nutritious food. So here, if we see the health and its failure, then what is the significance of health actually? We have heard now we have come to know about the health. What is the definition of health actually? We have learned now. So you have you have heard with someone saying that my grandmother's health is not good, isn't it? So you're somewhere when you are not behaving properly, so we teachers, we just some teachers, a few teachers, they will scold you that your attitude is not healthy, isn't it? So what is the, why they are using this word healthy? What is the meaning of this? Why they use? So what is the difference between this? What is the difference between this? Well, why we say that my grandmother's health is not well, she's not feeling healthy, then what is the meaning of this? What is the difference between this word, that your grandmother is not healthy, and what is the meaning of your teacher scolding that she's saying that this is not a healthy attitude what you're behaving? Then what is the meaning? What is the difference between the teachers saying and the grandmother's health? What is the difference here? The difference is the grandmother's health is not good. It means that she is not feeling well. She is physically and physically she's not feeling well because she is suffering with some sort of disease like diabetes or any kidney failure or something. There might be a reason. And here for this sentence, as your teacher is saying that this is not a healthy attitude, for here, what is the difference here? The healthy attitude in the sense you're not behaving properly socially. Socially, you are not behaving healthy. You must behave like how all others are behaving. You must be sincere in the class. You must not do any uh, mischievous things in the class. So if you are not if you are not obeying your teacher, then she'll be saying that your attitude is not healthy. So now, is it clear, children, about this health? What is the difference between physically being fit, mentally being fit, and socially being fit? Is this clear? Yes, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am. There, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now if you see,
Ma'am, I'm
yeah.
unable to see screen.
Okay, once again, I'll just share the screen one more time so that you can see it. Yeah. Now you can see it.
No, ma'am, it's not.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can see. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, we can see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a network problem from your side, so that's why you can't see it.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, I'm not showing any. I have just kept the slide and I'm just explaining it about the health issue. What is actually the health is. So there's nothing to worry about. I'm just explaining. So if you can hear me properly, that's it. Okay, you all are able to hear me properly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So here we have discussed about the health, physically, what is the meaning of being fit, and now coming to socially being fit. If you want me to explain once again, I'll just try to explain it. Socially being fit means physically, mentally, and socially being fit is nothing but uh, it doesn't mean that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. We cannot achieve anything entirely on our own. Like you are just coming in, writing the exam, and you're just for example, I'm telling that you're writing the exam and you want to score well. For scoring well and everything, for coming to school and listening to the classes and everything. So it doesn't happen only with you. So along with you, so many people are included in that. First of all, your father. If he pays the fee, if he selects this particular school for you, he wants you to study in a uh, in a very well-equipped school. So your father will take an admission in that well-known school for you. So he's thinking a lot about you, isn't it? Your father is thinking, firstly, your parents will think about you. So he'll take an admission in a well-known school for you. He'll care about you, that you must sit in an AC room and listen to the classes. So he'll be caring a lot for you. So your father is there in your achievement. Your father plays a major role in your achievement first, and then your mother also. Your mother, daily in the morning, she wakes up, she cooks the food for you, she prepares the tiffin, and she gives you the box, isn't it? Your parents, both your mother and father, they are working very hard for you because they love you. Your parents love you, okay? So each and every one of us, your parents, they work hard for you, for your achievement. Entirely the achievement of yours, it doesn't depend on your own. Along with your achievement, your mother and father plays a major role in that, isn't it? So in the same way, if you see your surroundings, the health of all the community people which are living around you, it depends on everyone. It doesn't depend on only you, because along with you in that area, I'm talking about one area, so many neighbors, so many people are living in one area. So in one area, the cleanliness of that surrounding, on it depends on each and every person who is living in that locality. So they must keep the locality clean, and they must not throw the garbage. There are some rules to follow to being healthy in the society. Okay, we must understand each other. The persons who are living in one society, they must understand each other for being healthy in the society. Okay, children. And now coming to one second. Okay, now if we see the in the locality, the drains are there, and the drainage system is there. So there must not be any stagnant water around there, or any open drains must not be there, or any pits must not be there. So the people who are living in the community, they must take care about there. They must go and complain. So each and every one must, you must not say that, oh, there are so many people living there, they can also complain. You must not say like that, because if one person takes care of that, you so with along with everyone, if everyone are united, then you can achieve anything. You can be healthy in the society. Are you able to understand what I'm telling? Okay. And even if we see, there are so many things around us, like the you can even find in your locality a marketplace, a mall of, or what do you call, a grocery store. Everything is there inside our locality, inside our community. So wherever we live, so we even must get the healthy food to be fit. So in that grocery shop, we all go and buy everything. So how we can buy all these food and be healthy? When we earn a proper earning. So how we can earn? By doing some work. So for this work, for this opportunity to do work, has to be available. So this work must be available. In order to live happily, in order to live a happy life, happy and healthy life, we also need wealth, isn't it? From where we can get this wealth? We can get this wealth by doing some work. So everything here is interconnected, isn't it? Everything here is interconnected. From where we can get everything? When we do some job, isn't it? From where you're, how you're studying, how you're coming to school and studying, because your father is doing work, isn't it? From where, how your father is doing work, your father is working very hard for your sake. So everything here, if you see, is interconnected. So social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for an individual health. We can think of many other examples of connection between community issue and individual health. So how you can be healthy? When your community is healthy, isn't it? When your surrounding is not healthy, when your surrounding has so much of garbage and the flies sitting on it, then you can be healthy? No, there will be so many diseases which spread in your area. With that, you may be affected, isn't it? So if society is healthy, then individual health will be considered. So there are the 5 things which is to be done to prevent the transmission, to stop the transmission of diseases, by maintaining self-hygiene, by treating the water properly, okay, and washing the hands properly, and cover the food to control the flies. Flies must not get in, and even you have to cover your doors and windows with mesh doors and windows to avoid the flies to get in, to avoid the mosquitoes to get in. Okay, are you understanding? And even if you get the fruits from the market, what you have to do? You just cut it and cook it? No, you'll wash it first, isn't it? First, you will wash all those vegetables and then you cook it to avoid the infection, because on these vegetables and fruits there will be fertilizers which will be sprayed or sprinkled. Okay, so you have to wash it in order to be healthy. And even there must be a proper drainage system. The water must be treated well. Proper covered drainage system must be there. Covered drainage must be there. Okay. Is this clear? Any doubts, children? So now, if you see this, what is the difference between healthy and disease free? Can anyone just tell me what is the difference between healthy, being healthy, and disease free? Can you tell me what is the difference of being healthy and disease free? What is the meaning of disease free? Yes, are you there? Keep your cam. Keep your cam, everyone. Yes, Srijan, can you tell me what is the
Ma'am,
meaning
can I,
of,
ma'am? Can I say?
yeah, what is the meaning of disease free?
Ma'am, healthy means we are in a good condition, ma'am, in physical and mentally.
Okay, and what is
And
disease free?
disease free means our body is not getting any diseases and we are not suffering from communicable diseases or non-communicable diseases.
Okay, good, that's good. So here if we see disease, actually what the disease do, what the word actually the disease is. Disease, in other words, literally means being uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable. Okay, one second. So here if you see, what is the disease? Disease is any condition that may lead to discomfort, distress, health problems, or death of the affected person. So this is the definition of a disease. So here, if we are suffering from a disease, then we'll be very uncomfortable. We'll be feeling we are not healthy. We feel very discomfortable. Yeah.
Ma'am, there are two types of diseases, no, ma'am? Communicable and uncommunicable.
Non-communicable.
Non-communicable.
Yes, communicable and non-communicable disease. We'll go through this after first explaining about what is actually a disease. Then I'll continue it to further how many types of diseases are there. So now we are discussing about the disease. What is the difference between disease free? As Abhinaya has told, disease free means your body is free of any disease. You're not suffering with any disease. It means that you're free of any disease. And being healthy means you're being healthy with three ways: being healthy physically, being healthy mentally, and socially. So now is it clear, children, to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you are healthy enough in all these things, then we may say that you have a good health. You are healthy enough. So for example, if we see a dancer, if we see a dancer is able to stretch his body into a difficult on the other hand, if you see a dancer, he can stretch his body into difficult positions. How he can do it? Because he is healthy, he is